Hello, friend. Welcome to today's yoga practice. Today I have a hip stretching sequence perfect for runners, perfect for hikers, and also really great for people who sit in a seat all day. If you don't already know me, my name is Sydney, and this is the channel Sharing Calm, where I share yoga, meditation, and outdoor inspiration, hopefully to inspire more calm, peace, and happiness in your life. But without further ado, let's get into today's practice. We're going to begin in bound angle. So the soles of our feet will come together and our knees will come wide, depending on how much space you already have created in your hips, either prior to this practice or just naturally. You may have to move your ankles further away from your sit bones. You might already have lots of space and you might need to crawl those ankles in closer. Wherever you are with that, try to sit up tall, sit up straight. Hands can come either to your ankles, maybe interlaced around your toes to help to pull your front body forward and up. Allow gravity to drop the knees down to the sides, and you might close your eyes here to start. Connect with your breath right away, stretching and breathing. After a couple of breaths in an upright position, you may notice already that you need to scooch your ankles closer or further away. Everybody inhale to lift tall. And maybe exhale to hinge at the hips forward, pulling your chest down to the ground first before rounding, keeping the spine straight. And then exhale to release the chin towards the chest, top of the head towards the ground. You may even walk the hands out, palms up or down, to help relax and release the shoulders as well. On an inhale, using your hands to press into the ground, begin to make your way up. Vertebrae stacked tall, and then come on over, hands and knees. Wrists below shoulders, knees below hips. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, open the chest. Exhale, round the spine upwards, tilt the pelvis towards the chest. One more round of that. Inhaling, opening the front body. Exhaling to round the spine up. On an inhale, flat back. Curl your toes under to prepare, and exhale to lift the hips up and back. You may have to widen the hands, spread the fingers. Find stillness here in your downward dog. A lot of times we want to find some movement, or some people do if you're anything like me, but let's find stillness. And on an inhale, go ahead and step your right foot between your hands. You might pull the weight forward, shoulders above wrists as you do so. And go ahead and drop the left knee down. Back toes can stay tucked under or untucked, whatever feels more stable for you. Inhale, keeping your fingertips on the mat. Lift the chest. Exhale, grounding down through the front of the left hip. As you do that, notice if your right knee comes in front of your right ankle, and you might crawl your right toes forward a bit so that the knee stays directly above the ankle. Lift the chin here. You may need to bring a block or two underneath the hands to bring the ground up to you. Or a book, or a child, or a dog. Take one more deep inhale here. Exhale. And on an inhale, arms rise alongside your ears, fingertips reach towards the ceiling. And exhale, open twist to the right. Left fingertips reach forward, right fingertips reach back. Inhale here. Exhale, left hip grounds forward and down. On an inhale, reach the left fingertips forward and up as you reverse. Feeling that full lengthening through the entire left side body. Right hands can reach downwards towards the back foot, or maybe the back of the left thigh. Maybe just settling on your low back. Breathe deeply here. Inhale fully. And on an exhale, cartwheel the hands back to frame the right foot. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale to curl the back toes under and lift the back foot. Inhale, plant the left hand and open the right arm up to the sky, twisting to the right. Exhale, plant the right palm outside the right foot. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Right away, downward facing dog. Finding stillness. On an inhale, start to come up onto the toes, guiding the shoulders over the wrists and then stepping the left foot forward between the hands, bringing the right knee down to the earth, untucking the toes if that feels right for you today. Inhaling to open the chest, lift the chin, keeping the back of the neck long. Exhaling to ground down through the front of the right hip, crawling the left toes forward if you need to get the left ankle below the left knee. One more deep inhale here. Exhaling, grounding down strong, hugging the left knee in line. Inhaling, fingertips lift, biceps alongside the ears. And exhale, open twist to the left. Gaze can go straight out to the left or maybe slightly back towards the left hand. Inhale to extend the right fingertips forward, up and back, Left hand comes down towards your right foot, right thigh or lower back. Gaze can be wherever the neck feels comfortable. Inhale deeply into the right side body. And exhale to cartwheel the hands to frame the left foot. Inhaling to tuck the right toes under if they weren't already. Plant the right palm. Lift the back knee and open twist to the left. Left hand raises. Exhale, release the left hand to the outside of the left foot. Step the left foot back. Downward facing dog. One breath here. On your next inhale, shifting onto the toes, shoulders forward above the wrists, and step your right foot between the hands. And then heel toe, your right foot to the edge of your mat as you bring your left knee down to the mat. Untuck the toes here. Make sure the left leg is in a straight line behind you as we move into lizard. So in lizard, try to keep your right knee above your right ankle. As you move deeper into this pose, you may find grabbing things so that you can come down onto your forearms. Maybe your hips are open enough to where you can come down to your forearms right on the mat. You might try it and back out. We're going to be here. Be here stretching for a while. Relax the jaw, relax the shoulders. Watch and observe your breath as your breath slows, settles, and takes up space. Allow your hips to follow the guidance of the breath. So that your hips do the same. Slow, steady, expand and take up space. Inhale, lift the chest through the arms slightly. And exhale, pull the hips back in space so that you can heel toe your right foot back between your hands. Come up onto your fingertips for a moment if you need to. Curl the back toes under. Step the right knee back to meet the left. Lifting your hips up and back to meet in downward facing dog. One full round of breath here. Heels extend down to the mat. Inhale to shift your weight forward above your hands and step the left foot to the top of the mat, heel toeing it. to the left side edge of your mat, untucking your back toes, coming down onto your hands, pulling over any props you need if you need to bring the earth up to you. Maybe playing around with coming all the way down to your forearms. And now we'll spend some time in observance and guidance from our breath. Inhale to pull the chest forward between the shoulders. Exhale to curl your back toes under, pull your hips back in space just to release your left foot back between the hands. Plant the palms and bring the left knee back to meet the right. Curl the toes under, lifting your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. On your next inhale, gaze lifts between your hands, shifting your weight forward to a high plank. Step your left foot outside your left hand. Step your right foot outside your right hand. We're coming into a yogi squat, which I highly recommend using a block for, especially if you've just come off a long hike or a long run. So I'm going to bring the block down right below my sit bones so that as I start to pull my hips down towards the mat, I'm able to comfortably find a seat on top of my block. Feels really nice here to have that support. But if you aren't able to find something to sit on like this, then feel free to come into this yogi squat without it. Heels can be lifted or lowered. Bring your elbows to your inner thighs, pressing your elbows against your legs, but also equally pushing your inner thighs in towards your elbows as the palms of your hands come together in front of your chest, so that you can pull your chest forward towards your thumbs. If this isn't possible for you today, then go ahead and come to sit in the bound angle that we started with, and allow yourself to come into a deep forward fold there. On your next inhale, lift your spine just a little bit longer by lengthening the back of the neck. Exhale to release your hands in front of you, coming out of this as you feel safest. So I like to come onto my toes, release the block, walk my feet inwards, bring my knees between my arms, and then we're going to come to lie down on our backs. Go ahead and hug your knees in towards your chest. To start, allow the back of your head to rest. Rock side to side, just a couple of times. Really pull the knees inward towards one another. Then allow the soles of your feet to settle down onto the mat. Knees pointed up towards the sky. And then bring the outside of the right ankle to the top of the left thigh. Right knee pushes towards the bottom right corner of your mat. So right knee pushes away. You might stay right here. You might thread the right hand through this hole that you've created. If there's not a hole there, then you might just wrap your right hand around your right leg and start to hug the legs in towards your chest. So however you get a grip on your legs. As you do this, allow your lower body to completely let go. Your upper body and your arms might be pulling or bringing your legs closer inward. But your hips should be completely relaxed, not doing any of the work here. Your shoulders are relaxed. Allow your mind to relax as well. On your next exhale, go ahead and release the bind of your hands if you made one. Bring the sole of the left foot down to the mat. Keeping your right foot crossed on the top of the left thigh. Allow the outside of your left thigh to drop to the left. Your right foot drops with it. So the sole of the right foot comes down. Your right ankle might be within reach of your left hand, and if so, then go ahead and grab it. Your right arm can be extended straight out, or maybe cactus arm, right angle, 90-degree bent at the elbow. You can allow the gaze to stay straight up towards the ceiling here, or right ear comes down to the mat as you gaze off in the distance to the right. Possibly your eyes come to close here, and once again think about completely releasing any hold that the muscles in the lower half of the body have here. Allow them to let go. On your inhale, go ahead and bring your legs back up through center. Uncross the right foot from the left thigh. Take a break here in the center, just to take a full inhale and exhale. And on your next inhale, take the outside of your left foot to the top of the right thigh, left knee pointing and pushing out towards the bottom left corner of your mat. You might stay right here, maybe even pushing the left knee away from you, or you may start to hug your legs inward. Arms can be wrapped and hugged around both of them, or maybe just around the right leg. Upper body pulls your legs towards you as your lower body just exists, allowing the stretch to happen without making any of the effort. When your next exhale comes to you, place the sole of your right foot down to the mat, keeping your left ankle crossed. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, allow the outside of the right leg to come down to the mat, bringing the left foot with it. Sole of the left foot may come down, may even be within reach of the right hand. If so, go ahead and grab that there. As you do that, notice that maybe you're able to release and relax the left hip just a bit more. Left arm can be extended fully in a straight line to the left or 90-degree angle bend at the elbow. Gaze can be towards the ceiling, or left ear can drop to the mat as your gaze extends beyond the left arm, or eyes can simply close here. On your next inhale, release the grip of the right hand on the ankle if you had it, and bring your legs back through center, uncrossing the left ankle from the right thigh. Go ahead and heel toe your feet to the wide edges of the mat and draw your knees in towards one another. Hands can come to rest on the lower belly. And I'll give you the option here for one more pose if it feels safe for you. If not, you can go ahead and extend both legs long, extend your arms long, and come into Shavasana. But if you'd like to give it a go, then we're going to move into a happy baby here before we meet our friends in Shavasana. So go ahead and heel toe your feet back in towards one another, and then thread your hands between your thighs as you lift your feet off the mat. Flex your feet and come to grab the outside edges of your feet. You might stay here with the heels pulling towards the sit bones, knees bent, knee joints closed, or you may, with the grip against the feet, start to press the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. As you do this, your knees might come more to a 90-degree bend. Really pressing the feet into the hands while you also pull the hands down, bringing the feet with them. Really bringing the tops of the thighs towards the front body, just a little bit closer. A couple of breaths here, just for a last release in the hips. On an exhale, go ahead, slowly release from that. Release the grip of the feet as you extend your legs long, toes open and splay out left and right. Hands do the same, palms facing up, crawling the shoulder blades down your back. Taking some time here in Shavasana to allow the hips to soak up the benefits of the practice we just gave them. Feel free to spend as much time here as you like or as you need. But if you must, bring some movement back to your body slowly by bending your fingers and your toes, bending at the elbows and flexing the feet. Pointing the toes, maybe a full body stretch with arms above your head. Bringing your knees knees to point towards the ceiling, giving yourself a big hug of gratitude for all that your body has done today to bring you to this place. Go ahead and roll to one side or the other, whichever is calling towards you. Using your upper arm to push you up to a comfortable seated position. Eyes can stay closed for just a few more moments here. Go ahead and bring your hands together at the center of your chest for a moment of gratitude for this time and for this practice, and for yourself for taking the time to practice. You deserve it always. Love, rest, peace, and calm, and I hope that this brought some of that into your life. And if anything, it at least helped you stretch out those hips after maybe a long run, a long hike, or a long day seated. Your hips deserved it, and so do you. Thank you so much. Namaste.